Tom. Welcome to a brand new week. It's actually Thursday right now, so I missed Tuesday and Wednesday. I finished Death Note, and having watched it several times already, I kind of knew where it was going. The ending is very, very interesting, and once again, like I said last week, you kind of lose that dynamic you had between Light and L in the first act, in lieu of having a dynamic between two people who never actually see each other. And it's, I don't know, like I said this last week, I think the first act is significantly better than the second act. Anyway, Tuesday, what did I do then? I streamed some more Fire Emblem Awakening. Nobody died, I'm super proud of that. Technically Anna died, but she wasn't in my party, so hopefully that doesn't affect me getting Anna later. Hopefully. Anywho, nothing else really happened on Tuesday. I finally got around to editing Scribblenauts Unlimited. I'm also 4 weeks behind editing vlogs at this point, which I really want to get done tonight. It's like 7:30 p.m. right now. The days are getting longer, and I love it so much. Anywho, edited Scribblenauts Unlimited. The first episode came out today, and everybody loves it. Oh my god. A game that gives you infinite possibilities is like the perfect vessel to be creative with. Like, and on top of that, even in Scribblenauts, even letting the game do sort of like its autocomplete thing, I would call it autocomplete, but it's more like a correction thing, will garner some really funny results. So, for example, I posted this on Twitter today. It was a video of me doing what was it? It was me playing the game. It's like in like the first area of the game, there's a bit where it's like, oh, put something in this fountain that will make it into like a very nice fountain that people will want to come see. And I was like, all right, I'll put in the statue of Venus de Milo, which is like that beautiful old statue. I don't remember who made it. I don't. No, I know the statue exists. I know what it looks like. I don't remember much about its history. But anyway, I was going to put that in there. So I typed out Venus de Milo, and it's like, okay, you can't use de. And I'm like, okay, so Venus de Milo as a proper noun does not exist in this. So it suggested dead. And I'm like, okay, dead for that. And then it was like, okay, Venus, we're going to have to work on that as well. And I'm like, all right, I'll switch it with the word vague, which they suggested as well. So I had vague dead Milo, and it spawned a character that kind of looked like the main character, and he was dead. And I put him in there, and I flipped the switch, and he turned into a fountain. So I am really excited to see how people like the rest of the playthrough. Oh my lord! Like it's such a. I'm trying to think of the word for it. It flies under the radar, Scribblenauts. Like, you don't think much about it. It's a game where you can create anything by writing it down. And that could be incredibly boring, or it could be very entertaining, depending on how creative you are, or, how much you want to go out of your way to make something interesting. It's a very open-ended game in terms of certain puzzles. So that was super interesting. Anywho, yesterday I streamed Chapter 1 of Deltarune. And I every time I stream a game that doesn't have spoken dialogue, I always give it like my little flair of voices. And I'm so glad that people enjoyed watching that, and people enjoy the voices I give the characters. Because even though there's always going to be a limit to how many voices I can make. And I beat the first chapter as well. It's not that long, including some of the extra stuff I did. It took probably around like 5 hours maybe. I could have been done a lot sooner, but there was a very large post game. I call it post game, but it's still before the final credits. Anywho, yeah, so finished streaming that. Today is where I really want to get down to business on things. So let's see. This morning I recorded some of the Game of Life with Chilled, Smarty, and Z, and that was pretty entertaining. I played the Game of Life before, but having it in like a PC format where it's sort of automated and whatnot is pretty nice. And so we played that. We beat a game. I'm not going to spoil who wins. The episodes that I make should be out at some point. It was probably like an hour-long game. The Game of Life is not like... it's it's very straightforward. So you're gonna have a constant in terms of what you're gonna have a constant in terms of playtime. There's not really too many variations that can go on in the game. So the game lasted about an hour, and that was fun. I did have a lot of fun playing that. It's probably gonna be like 2 parts long then, if I do half-hour parts. I'm kind of trailing off here. And then, afterwards, I started setting up something for a stream that I'm doing tomorrow with Nintendo Capri Sun, Josh Jepson, and Attacking Toucans. And that is an Ocarina of Time randomizer. Ocarina of Time randomizer Multiworld. So basically what that means is that the items in everybody's world are scattered. Now, what does it mean when I say scattered? Very good question. What that means is that I could find the Megaton Hammer, but it might not be my Megaton Hammer. It might be Nintendo Capri Sun's Megaton Hammer. So if I find that Megaton Hammer, Nintendo Capri Sun gets that Megaton Hammer. And different items like that are scattered throughout everybody's world. What Multiworld basically boils down to is you're ultimately trying to help each other find different items to be able to get to the end of the game. And that's sort of like the end goal for this. It's probably going to be across multiple streams because I don't think we're going to beat the whole thing in like 4 hours. Well, Tim might. But yeah, so that will be very entertaining if I can get it working. I think I have everything correct so far. I just need to test it. And I'm hoping that either somebody will be online or I could just download one copy of each on each of my computers and try it out that way and see if that works. Because that would be phenomenal if I can get that going. Whew. And it's very complicated. It actually kind of uses the same... at its base level, it kind of uses the same structure as crowd control, which are streams I did before. Crowd control basically being that people can control what happens in the game with bits. So basically, in that regard, the bits would, in this regard, instead of it being that bits control the game, it's that you're connected to other people's games, and when it reads certain things about the game, it'll transfer it over to other games. So it uses that BizHawk Lua control in there. There's like another emulator that works with as well, because some people use the virtual console version, and I can't remember exactly how it works. All I remember is that it basically emulates the Wii, and I guess it's like the best one to do like randomizers and multi-world with, or at least the one that people have programmed for, because I don't think it's available on Dolphin. Oh boy, so that's been my week so far. And once again, I really want to catch up on editing vlogs, on editing stream highlights, and I also want to get ahead on editing those 2 Game of Life things, as well as get ahead on recording more Scribblenauts. I've got 8 episodes right now. I'm going to need a lot more, though, because I have Versus Expo coming up next weekend, and then I have the Runaway Guys Coliseum, which I still need to put out the preview video for, on from May 2nd to the 6th, and I leave there on... No, I'm sorry, May 3rd to the 6th, but I leave for the location that we're doing it on May 1st. So, man, there's a lot to this. There is just so much going on over this past month. And then for the rest of May, I'll pretty much have like nothing but time on my hands. So be able to just kick back a little bit. Anywho, I think it's been enough of me rambling for a few days here. Can't really think of anything else that's going on right now, but oh boy, let's hopefully get this stuff set up and hopefully it goes smoothly, and I'll check back with you tomorrow on that one. It is Sunday. Kind of took a couple days off there for vlogging just so I can get caught up on stuff. Plenty bright in here. We're trying to get the best lighting here. They got a little bit of underlight coming from reflective lighting coming from the blinds there, but oh well. Anywho, so the past couple days since Thursday, I don't know, mostly just been like recording, streaming, and the like. I don't think I streamed on Friday. Yeah, I didn't stream on Friday. I played Project Winter with the Derp crew, and then I was setting up for a stream that we were going to do on Saturday, which we did, and I got it working. So I mentioned this on Thursday. We were setting up for that stream to be on Friday, but it didn't happen on Friday, so instead we took that day to set everything up for everybody. Excuse me. And then have it ready for Saturday. That was Ocarina of Time randomizer Multiworld. And the way that works is that the items in it, so you could do as many players as you want. I think it's up to 255. I wouldn't recommend that because it just becomes much more complicated the more players you have in it. But you have multiple worlds, I guess, which are just like each game of Ocarina of Time for each individual person. And the items you can get can be for those other worlds. So, like, I open a chest, I get the Megaton Hammer. It's not my Megaton Hammer, so it goes to, like, Tim. Because I did it with Nintendo Capri Sun, Josh Jepson, and Attacking Toucans. So, yeah. So, and that was very interesting and pretty difficult because we were struggling to find things to do when one of us when Tyler in particular ran out of items pretty early on because not a lot of them were for him. So he ran out of stuff to do, and it basically just was dependent on us trying to find more items for him. We discovered a new term called BK mode, which I guess originated from a streamer named Spike Vegeta. I like him. He's pretty cool. He's one of like the more he's one of like the more major faces of like the GDQ scene. But anyway, he basically what happened was like he completely ran out of things to do in his world of randomizer and is just waiting on other people to get items for him. So he left his game on idle and went to go get Burger King. So that was, nobody actually did that in our group, but we were pretty sure that Tyler was going to be in BK mode for a while he waited for us to go grab him some items. So yeah, did that, edited a little bit, yada yada yada. People are really liking the Scribblenauts Unlimited Let's Play, and I was not expecting that, in all honesty. That was a Let's Play where it's like, I just want to do something silly and goofy, and chill. Scribblenauts is a good one, but then like I had to give it my own sort of twist on it, where it's like, hey, what if I came up with solutions that work, but aren't necessarily the straightforward answer? So like with that episode I put out today, there's one where it's mission where it's like, okay, you have to get the fire truck. You have to get this fire truck to the fire, but there's traffic blocking it. How do you manage that? And so what I did was I made a whale, an invincible flying whale, and tied the whale to the fire truck, and then tried to have it carry the fire truck over the traffic. It didn't work. But still, it's fun to do something like that, even if it doesn't work, because it's entertaining. If people find it funny, then that's all worth it. Today, I slept in super late. I did not feel good at all when I woke up this morning. I was supposed to take Z to the airport, but I was just like, I can't get out of bed right now. It's almost 6 p.m. right now, so I had plenty of time to rest, and I'm actually about to eat my first meal, which might make me even more sick, because I don't think I've mentioned this in the vlog before, but I mentioned this on Twitter and streams and whatnot. Not that I can't eat Chinese food, but every time I eat Chinese food, I tend to get sick. Can't implies that you don't have the ability to, and I have the ability to eat Chinese food. So I ordered some General Tso's chicken and rice, and that smells good. And I'm gonna eat that. And if I start feeling sick, then I'll come back on the vlog with me face down on my bed saying, "God damn it." It is Monday. I did get sick from the Chinese food and just didn't want to record myself doing the whole thing. So, yeah, there was that. However, a good night's rest later, and I'm back in the saddle. Streamed some Fire Emblem Awakening today, and really didn't do terribly much else today. Got a couple things edited. Some Project Winter with the Dirt Crew that I, was meaning to edit for a while. Got that up, and, oh man. That's pretty much all that's happened this week, or for the rest of the day in general. I really didn't do much this week. I can tell you one thing, though. I did get new glasses. So the company that I normally order them from, Zenny Optical, for the longest time they were carrying blue glasses, which is what I would normally wear. As you've seen, if you've watched my content before, you know that I've worn them, even here on the vlog sometimes. I think they discontinued the blue tint on the glasses because blue light is apparently super bad for you. Like it sort of like tricks you that it's still daytime even though it's not, which could have contributed to my sleeping issues. So I ordered lavender instead. They're upstairs and I don't really feel like getting them. But the lavender ones were pretty interesting. They're not that blue, and at certain angles they almost look like they're just kind of black. But I'm gonna stick with them and see how they go, because it's the closest thing to blue that I'm gonna get anymore for my glasses. At least if I keep ordering from Zenny. So I'm just going to stick with that. These also have a protective layer on them, which is supposed to filter out blue light. And I can kind of tell the difference when I put them on and take them off. Like, when I have them on, it seems like there's like a very slight yellow patina on everything. As opposed to when I had the normal glasses and everything just looked normal, as opposed to having them off. I mean, it's kind of similar to the tint in a way, but it's subtle enough where it's weird because it's just on like the edge of the subtlety scale, where if I put it on, I can notice that there's a slight yellow tint to it, as opposed to the tinted glasses where there's no subtlety. That's got the subtlety of an elephant. But anywho, next week we're going to be headed over to Chicago for Versus Expo. And I'm quite excited about that, and I hope you are too, because that is Attacking Toucans and Josh Jepson's. That's sort of their baby. Like, that's a convention that they sort of like thought up, having done Versus for so long, and now they're turning it into an entire event. So good on them, and I really hope it goes well, and I, can't wait to see all the stuff that they bring there. Anywho, I'll see you next week, possibly in Chicago. Later!